Yeah. You mentioned one thing that I want to note because the Kings did play they went 4-0 against four very poor teams record wise. And they play a couple more teams. The Lakers beat them last time, but they're under 500. They play OKC on Friday, but then they go back to back to Philadelphia. Well, not to Philadelphia. They're home for the back to back. They play Philadelphia, then they play Memphis. Then they'll have Toronto at home. Toronto's really declining in terms of they're far away from 500 now. Minnesota, I think Minnesota's they've been playing well. I think they've won like 7 of the last 10. They're somewhere around. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but they've won a good stretch of games recently. I don't know if they're 500 right now, but when they play Minnesota, they're playing in Minnesota, and it starts a stretch of games where I think they play like 3 home games total, while they play I don't know, I can count it out here, but like 11 or 12 away games. And of course, the All-Star break is sandwiched in there. But we were talking, at the end of December that the Kings had a pretty important stretch coming up against kind of sub-500 teams. Seeing that they hopefully take care of business in the next couple of games, they will have done a pretty decent job in that stretch, aside from some of those tough losses, but pretty decent. But then they're going to be coming up on a pretty tough stretch in terms of being on the road a lot. And then you're just going to have a lot of tough opponents at the end of the season too. So it's kind of a big stretch coming up. So just keeping that in mind as the All-Star break and the trade deadline start coming up, the competition is going to be really revving up. So it'll be a interesting time.
No, you're right. Interesting time. You got to win the ones you can. It's nice to see them going on a 4-game win streak against teams like Orlando, Houston, and San Antonio. Hopefully, can extend that tonight against a Lakers team that they can easily beat. So win the ones you can, and especially in time for a road trip coming up, just in case things get a little rough. At least you have those easy ones saved up from the past, right?